In tonight's episode of Parkland Profile, we'll be recapping our Volleyball's breast cancer awareness event, ranking Halloween candy, and giving a behind the scenes to our daily news shows. Good evening, Parkland. Today is Friday, November 4th, 2022. I'm your host this evening, Taryn Marek, and Parkland Profile starts now. The month of October is known for many things, but one of the most important is breast cancer awareness. The Parkland girls volleyball team held a game in honor of this, raising money and hope for Parkland families. Over to news correspondent Brooke Miller with the Dig Pink game.
Hi, I'm news correspondent Brooke Miller for Parkland TV Film, and we're here at the Parkland Girls Volleyball Team annual Pink Out Night held in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And we're checking out what goes into this event and what it means to people.
My name is Jan Bartman, and my daughter Alexa plays volleyball for Parkland High School.
What does this event mean to you?
Oh, I love this event. Actually, this is my second year on the event committee, and actually it hits close to home. My mom is a breast cancer survivor, so I really enjoy what we do with this event. All of the funds that we raise for this event this night go toward the Side Out Foundation, and everything is going toward breast cancer treatments as well as research. So it's a wonderful cause.
And what inspired you making the event?
Actually, I did not make it. It's something that we've been doing through the Booster Club for years. And honestly, every year it just grows, and we look for different ways to actually kind of increase it and try to increase the funds, make it better. And the girls love it. They get really involved with making signs, and we try to get the fans involved as well, and it just grows every year. So it's really wonderful, a wonderful cause. So really glad that everybody came out tonight.
Great, thank you.
My name is Scarlett Jago, and I am the Parkland Libero.
What does this event mean to you?
This event means a lot to us. We do it every year. It is to support breast cancer, of course, and it's to basically honor anyone who's survived breast cancer, and in the future to provide enough money for them to eventually find a cure. And I think volleyball is a good way to translate the energy and to hope into helping spread awareness.
And does supporting this cause motivate you to play extra well?
I think because we knew a lot of people in the crowd survived breast cancer, or through the process of it, we knew we had to fight extra hard for them. And Dig Pink is just a great environment to play in, so all the energy feeding into it, we played really well tonight.
Great, thank you.
Along with breast cancer awareness, the month of October is known for being the beginning of the fall season. And what activity is more autumnal than carving pumpkins? Now over to Jacob Barnett, Maya Chokski, and Callie Seckler with their own petrifying pumpkins.
Happy Halloween!
Today we're going to be carving pumpkins. As October goes, I know I'm super excited for Halloween. Are you guys excited for Halloween?
I can't wait.
This is the first Halloween thing that I've done this year, so I am very excited.
This is the only Halloween thing I'm doing this year. So
I feel like we should have some candy corn or a scary movie playing. Hocus Pocus.
Okay, well I can do that for you.
No, it's okay. Okay. So Maya, are you going to be using a stencil for yours?
I planned on it.
And then me and Jake are just kind of
Winging it.
gonna try and do our best.
we're gonna wing it.
So nobody look at everyone else.
We're gonna see how this goes. All right.
Mine actually might be the worst somehow.
What's
Should I try
first?
to do the hard one, or should I
Wait,
try
we
to
have
do
to take out the inside.
Yeah.
Well,
What's
I was
first?
gonna try and draw mine first.
Oh, that's probably better.
You want to cut out
I
the
do this
top?
every year, and I'm not sure
Okay,
what I'm
look,
doing.
So you're gonna cut a circle around the top, right?
Okay.
So that you can take the top off.
With this.
Dad.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see how this goes.
I have cut into my pumpkin.
Oh, here you go.
I love the feeling.
Oh my God! It's like
hand in a pumpkin.
it's
That's
like
the best fall feeling you can have. Like a
Really?
wind, the smell of fall. and then like a nice breeze on a warm day, but it's still a breeze, and then like sticking your hand in a pumpkin. Those are the top 3.
Ew, stop smelling
It
the
smells weird.
The goal when scooping out your pumpkin, I think, is to get all of the seeds out, right? Am I right in thinking that?
That sounds right.
Sounds
I don't know, we
right.
can ask
Sounds close
Siri.
enough.
Hey Siri.
She doesn't.
Yo.
She doesn't know.
She doesn't respond. She doesn't respect me.
Can I stab your pumpkin?
Do it.
No way, really? Which one's the bad side?
I said.
This is on camera?
Yeah. That was way anticlimactic.
Yeah, that was very not.
It appears they have left me. Like every woman in my life. This is my outline for the pumpkin. I think it looks great. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, this is the first eye falling out. Okay, ready? Guys ready?
Wow.
First eye. This is us before, and we're done.
So these are our pumpkins. This is my pumpkin. You can see the swirly eyes, swirly smile, just super cute all around.
Okay, so this is my pumpkin. It's a classic pumpkin. We got a beanie though on the top. I think it really adds character and the depth and the development of this character. I'm very proud of how this turned out.
This is my pumpkin. It is a cat and a moon, and it symbolizes Halloween.
Well, Mr. Breath just picked
Which one?
yours. I didn't get any votes.
I want mine to be picked.
Thank you guys so much for watching our pumpkin carving. I know I had a lot of fun.
I had fun too.
You guys had fun. I sure hope so. Okay, other than that, happy holidays.
Bye.
Pumpkin carving isn't the only thing Autumn is known for. With Halloween on the 31st, candy is a staple of this time of the year, but no one can seem to agree on what the #1 sweet of the season is. Here's news correspondent Owen Fainel with a candy bracket to get down to the bottom of it.
Hello Parkland, I'm Owen Fainel, here with your Halloween candy bracket. The members of the TV studio have been voting on winners for the best Halloween candy. We started with 16 candies and 8 matchups in the first round of the bracket. Matchup 1 was Nerds versus Jelly Beans. Nerds blew Jelly Beans out of the competition with 63% of the votes. Matchup 2 concluded with M&M's crushing Skittles with 77% of the votes. In matchup 3, we had a Halloween staple, candy corn versus Jolly Ranchers, and as I predicted, candy corn is the worst candy, losing to Jolly Ranchers, who received more than 3/4 of the votes. Matchup 4 was a nail-biter between York Peppermint Patty and Almond Joy. In the end, York Peppermint Patty won 59% of the votes, just enough to move on to the next round. Matchup 5 was going back and forth, but as the time expired, Snickers came through and got just enough votes to take down Milky Way with 55% of the votes. Matchup 6 didn't get as close as I thought, but Reese's deserved to win, and it did. Butterfingers lost to Reese's 82% to 18%. Matchup 7 was the bracket buster of the tournament. Any normal human would look at the contest between Kit Kat and Twix and said Kit Kat wins, but apparently the TV studio members aren't normal because Twix easily moved on to the quarterfinals with 72% of the votes. For the last matchup in the round of 16, we have 2 candies that wouldn't usually show up on a top candy list, but you get a lot of them at Halloween. Crunch versus Three Musketeers. To my surprise, Crunch won with over 60% of the votes. That was a crazy first round, with 8 candies being eliminated and 8 moving on. For the first matchup of the quarterfinals, we started with 2 candies that dominated their first round contests, Nerds versus M&Ms. For the number of votes these two won by in their first round would have made me think this would be a close competition, but it wasn't. M&Ms beat Nerds with 2/3 of the votes. Matchup 2 was an iconic mint versus an iconic sweet, but Jolly Ranchers crushed York with 79% of the votes. Quarterfinal matchup 3 was between arguably the 2 best candies, Reese's with its chocolatey, creamy, peanut buttery goodness, and Snickers with its nougaty, chocolatey goodness, was neck and neck until 2 votes at the buzzer handed Reese's the victory. The final matchup for the round of 8 came to Twix versus Crunch. Turns out, after a large win in round 1, Twix quickly and easily shut down Crunch with 84% of the votes. We finished that round with a close win for Reese's and a win for M&M's, and 2 blowouts for Jolly Ranchers and Twix. And we've reached the semifinals, 4 candies, 2 matchups to determine who will go head-to-head in the championship round. In semifinal round number 1, we have M&M's versus Jolly Ranchers. This matchup wasn't as close as I anticipated, with M&M's beating Jolly Ranchers by 10% and moving on to the championship. Semifinal number 2 was a David and Goliath matchup with Reese's versus the tournament Cinderella Twix. Apparently, the members of the TV studio liked both evenly and the matchup ended 50-50. So according to the rulebook, any ties are broken by the gref, and for the second time in 2 contests, Reese's escaped elimination at the wire. And now what we've all been waiting for is the championship. The winner of the championship will be deemed the best Halloween candy of 2022. On one side, we have M&M's, both a sweet and chocolatey candy. It is easy to carry and quick to eat. On the other side, we have a candy that uses the best food combination known to man, peanut butter and chocolate. A sweet yet savory candy. Based on the bracket so far, Reese's is favored to win. And congratulations to Reese's Peanut Butter Cup on earning the title of Best Halloween Candy of 2022. Thanks for tuning in to the Halloween Candy Bracket Competition. Have a great day, Parkland. Stay safe, and remember, don't eat open candy on Halloween.
Candy is definitely one of the best parts of the Halloween season, but it doesn't quite cover the spooky side of the holiday. Horror movies are a staple of this time of the year, so here's news correspondents Bryn Harrison and Rowan Taylor with a horror movie ranking.
Hello everybody, hope you had a happy spooky month. Wait a minute, spooky month is over and you haven't been able to be spooked? Well, look no further than a list of creepy movies that I recommend watching this spooky month, ranging from the thrilling to downright bone-chilling. Candyman is a 1992 movie about a man who goes after people who say his name 5 times into a mirror, as well as an investigation into such occurrences. These investigations are done by a college student looking to write a thesis on urban legends, which leads her to a mysterious building. This is an incredible horror movie with a message about folklore and how it impacts society. The mystery is compelling with many twists and turns, and the villain is creepy and timeless. If you like urban legends and creepy folklore, then this is the film for you. This is available on Peacock, Amazon Prime Video, and Apple TV. Werewolf by Night is a brand new Marvel Halloween special. It is a 55-minute short horror film about Jack Russell the werewolf in the style of a black and white horror film from the 40s. After the death of monster hunter Ulysses Bloodstone, he challenges 5 other monster hunters to determine a new leader. The challenge is to retrieve the Bloodstone implanted on the back of the Monster Man-Thing. This short, unlike typical Marvel content, used mostly practical effects similar to the era, and it is pretty spooky. This is available on Disney+. The Black Phone horror mystery is about a mysterious kidnapper in the neighborhood called the Grabber. Based on a book by Joe Hill, who is Stephen King's son. When one kid named Finney Shaw gets kidnapped, he is locked in a strange room with a mysterious phone that communicates with past victims. Watch as he attempts to escape this imprisonment with the help of these past victims. This is an amazing movie with great acting and a simple yet compelling premise. I definitely did not expect it to be as good as it was from the trailers. This is available on Peacock, Apple TV, and Prime Video. Escape Room is a 2019 horror about a terrifying escape room set up by twisted people in an attempt at gladiatorial entertainment. If you're looking for a lighter scare this Halloween, check out this fun escape room with good puzzles, and if you are scratching for some more, then check out the sequel Escape Room Tournament of Champions. It has better puzzles and it has a better handle on the story. This is a project that I really want to get a lot of support for because it is very clear that it is made by some very cool people, and while this may not have a fully developed story, it is really just a fun time and some genuinely tricky puzzles. Both of these movies are available on Starz, Hulu, Prime Video, and Apple TV. Prey is a sci-fi horror movie that is a prequel to the Predator series, and it came out this summer. It is set a few years before the first Predator movie in the year 1719. It's about a warrior from the Comanche Native American tribe who wants to prove herself a worthy fighter and takes on mysterious aliens that hunt humans for sport. And even more frightening, she also has to defend against French fur traders that keep destroying their bison population. This movie has gotten amazing reviews and has revitalized the franchise, being the best Predator movie since the first. This is available exclusively on Hulu. Halloween Ends is the final installment of the Halloween franchise, or at least for this trilogy of movies. This is a continuation of the modern Halloween movies, and it would be highly recommended to watch the first two before watching Halloween Ends. This movie has just been released in theaters a few weeks ago, and it is already a huge success. It follows the same plot of Mike Myers going after people and the main character trying to stop him. This movie is in theaters, and it can also be streamed on Peacock. Now it is time to talk about not only the best horror movie of the year, but quite possibly the best movie of the year, and that is Morbius the... Whoa, what happened there? It seems that I blacked out for a second. Anyway, Nope is probably one of the best movies to come out this year as of yet. It is Jordan Peele's latest horror movie to date. Back again with great symbolism being shown through the lens of the dark and mysterious, but this time the mystery is in the sky. That's right, the film is about people trying to get footage of a UFO that was spotted in the area. As usual, this movie rocks. This movie is only available to buy, but it can be found on Apple TV and Prime Video. Scream 2022 is the latest installment in the horror satire franchise Scream. This movie is as meta as ever, and this time they are going after reboot sequels. This movie absolutely honors Wes Craven, the director of the other 4 Scream movies who died in 2015. This takes the tongue-in-cheek self-referential humor and in my opinion is a more fulfilled version of the message that they have been trying to put in the past movies. It literally spoofs on the trope of bringing back all the old actors with a cast of new actors that is in almost every reboot sequel. Everything about this movie is perfect, just make sure to watch the other Scream movies because unlike most horror franchises that don't have a coherent storyline, this one does. This is available on Paramount+, Hulu, Prime Video, and Apple TV. This last movie is not a popular movie, but it is a smaller movie that I think is really good. Summer of '84 is a 2018 movie about a group of 80s-era kids that look into the disappearance of 13 boys that have occurred over the past 10 years. This is a classic 80s movie style of story with a great chemistry among the characters and genuinely intriguing and well-written story. It is mixed with both funny shenanigans and horribly frightening moments. This movie will surprise you and I highly recommend it. If there were only one movie on this list, this is the movie I would recommend you watch. It is available on Prime Video and Apple TV. That is my list of movies to watch during this spooky season.
No horror movie is set without a sinister villain haunting the narrative. From Michael Myers to Annabelle to Freddy Krueger, an eerie antagonist is a must for any Halloween flick. Now over to news correspondents Kira Finkel and Mac Yeager with a Spooky Showdown.
Hello and welcome to Spooky Showdown, the place where your favorite horror icons go up against each other to prove who's the best at their activities, which we cannot name. I'm Kira Finkel.
And I'm Mac Yeager. Each character has been matched up against someone else in a random order, and each person has a team of characters. The winner of each match will be decided by the rest of the TV studio. Whichever team wins the most matches will be the champion of the Spooky Showdown.
Jason is big physically, and he's really good with sharp objects. He did kind of die when he was drowned as a kid, so he has some fun undead abilities like never dying, or being always dead because he died at such a young age. He has a lot of fury from his past from being overlooked while he was drowning, so his entire kick is basically wanting revenge, which is a very powerful thing because revenge is best served cold, and the water is really cold that he probably drowned in.
So Freddy, in his dream world, that's like his whole main thing. He can't be hurt at all, like you can't do anything to him. So if Freddy just pulls Jason into the dream world, he would win the fight because you can't damage him at all. And you might be saying, well, what if Jason doesn't sleep? Well, Freddy's pulled him into the dream state before, it's canonically correct. And even out of the dream world, he has strong regenerative abilities. And if he does get pulled out of the dream world, Jason's weakness is water. That could be used to his advantage if he is taken out of his strong suit.
So, as you know, Chucky is the soul of Charles Lee Ray, a world-renowned serial killer. He doesn't need batteries to run because he's a soul in a doll's body, which means that he can just go, go, go. He also has the advantage of being small, which I personally think is an advantage, so that he can sneak under legs and hide in places easier while they're fighting.
So as you may know, Michael Myers is a stalker, and with that, in the movies, he's able to just disappear randomly and suddenly and appear in other places. The main trait of Chucky is that he gives fear, but Michael would not be susceptible to that. Chucky is short. A simple kick would take the guy out, I mean, come on. Michael is insanely strong, he can just pick people up by the hands with no effort. He's dedicated to winning, I mean, he's a stalker. A fight between them would also be long due to each person's endurance, and Chucky becomes more human the longer he's in the doll's body, which would make it easier for Michael to win.
Pennywise is your friendly neighborhood clown who likes to eat children. He can easily overpower the children with their fears, as we see in the movie. He also has some razor-sharp teeth, which he uses to unarm poor little Georgie. Yummy, yummy eating people.
Ghostface is insanely stealthy, so he has that to his advantage, but other than that, there isn't really much about him that's super special. But Pennywise does have a lot of weaknesses. Pennywise feeds on the fear of others, but Ghostface would not express any fear, so that would not really work. Pennywise works best on children because of their weaker minds. Ghostface again would be less susceptible to that. Additionally, Pennywise takes on the weakness of whatever he morphs into, and that can be used to Ghostface's advantage. For example, if he morphs into a wolf, you could use silver to counteract that. Lastly, no Ghostface victim has ever survived, so why wouldn't he also win in a fight?
And that concludes Spooky Showdown. I'm Kira Finkel.
And I'm Mac Yeager. Do you agree with the results?
These villains sure are scary, but if you're looking for something a little less sinister to watch this season, make sure to check out our daily news broadcasts on our Parkland TV and Film YouTube channel. Now over to news correspondent Eric Wood with a look behind the curtain on our news production.
Hello, I'm news correspondent Eric Wood, and I'm here today with news director Taryn Marek, and we're going to talk about how we bring you the news 2 times a day. So, Taryn, as the news director, what exactly are your responsibilities in Parkland TV? What do you do?
I'm sort of in charge of what content we put on the news, so I make the jobs weekly for who's doing what while we film the news, as well as keeping track of our calendar and making sure that all of the information in our script is correct.
So, when exactly does the news get recorded?
So we do it twice in a day. The first one during morning is first period, and we live stream that. It is filmed as you are seeing it. And then our second one, which airs at 8th period, and we call it midday, we pre-record that during 7th period.
How do we get the news out to everybody?
We put it on our YouTube channel. So we have the stream for morning and the upload for midday that you can find on our YouTube channel, Parkland TV and Film.
What are everybody's responsibilities when the news is being produced?
Well, it changes every week, but we have a plethora of jobs that everybody knows how to use. We have audio, in which the person has control of the anchor's mics. Then we have the person on teleprompter, who controls the script that the anchors are reading off of. And we have the person on TriCaster, which basically is in charge of showing what you are seeing on the news, what you're seeing on your screen. Then we have someone on the graphics computer, where they press a button and put up things like the date, title, and that sort of thing, the name graphics. And then we have our 2 anchors in the filming room, as well as a person on headset in the filming room, who's communicating to our director in the control room with all of the other jobs I just described.
Okay, so what equipment goes into making the news?
Well, one of the key pieces is the TriCaster, and that is what controls what everybody is seeing on their screens. It's where we get all of the cameras and how we see what they're seeing, as well as control audio. And it's sort of the key component, but we also have a computer in which we have a graphics program downloaded, and then we have another computer where we have the teleprompter program, as well as an audio board that controls the microphones. In the camera room where the anchors are standing, we have, of course, the anchors have their microphones, we have lights surrounding them, and we have the cameras that are filming them.
Awesome. So, during the news, who is it that gets to go on camera?
Well, we cycle that through the entire studio. Everybody will get the chance to be on camera. We do have people who specifically enjoy anchoring, and they get put on camera more often, such as doing interviews, as opposed to only being on the news. But everybody in the studio gets the chance.
As for these segments that we see on the news, where exactly do those come from?
Well, everybody in the studio has made the segment, has inputted into making these videos that you see on the news, and we have a plethora of different kinds of segments that we do, from just little bits of information that we think are fun to important highlighting district events that go on, just so that everybody sees what's going on in their area.
All right. Thank you, Tara. If you want to check out any of the content that we've talked about in this segment, just go check out the YouTube Parkland TV Film. I'm news correspondent Eric Wood. Have a great day, Parkland.
That's all for this month's episode. Tune in next month for more Parkland Profile. Signing off, I'm Taryn Marek. Have a great evening, Parkland.